And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to FC Cincinnati versus Nashville SC in the 2023 Leagues Cup round of 32, the final day of the round of 32. 7 games being played today. We covered 2 of them. Of course, they moved Leon RSL to tonight, so I won't be able to do that one as I had planned, but Portland-Monterey seems better anyway. So, and this seems better too. So, 2 for the price of 1. Can't control what Mother Nature does, I can tell you that much. 12 minutes to kick off in all these early matches. Minnesota Columbus also being played today. America Chicago in this early window. I'm not watching a 5-0 match. America, I should do America, but I'm not doing it because I'm not watching a 5-0 match. I'm not a fool. This will be fun. Nashville Cincinnati will be fun. America Chicago is going to be a bloodletting that is not going to do well after the first half's over. So maybe better numbers in the first half, but overall, not so much. Starting 11s are as follows. For Cincinnati, in goal, Alec Kahn. The back 3, Yerson Mosquera, Matt Miazga, Ian Murphy. The midfield 4, Alvaro Barreal, Junior Moreno, Obina Nwobodo, Alvis Powell. The front 3, Luciano Acosta, Brandon Vasquez, and Aaron Bupenza. For FC Cincinnati. For Nashville SC, in goal, Joe Willis. The back 5, Shaq Moore, Josh Bauer, Walker Zimmerman, Lucas McNaughton, Daniel Lovitz. The midfield 3, Dax McCarty, Annabelle Godoy, Sean Davis. And the front 2, Hani Mukhtar and Fafa Pico. The winner of this game will play the winner of America Chicago. The winner of Columbus, Minnesota, will play Kansas City or Toluca. If America doesn't get out of this part of the bracket, I'm going to be shocked. But I have a Nashville kit, though, so it's Footy Kit Friday, so at least I have a kit for one of the matches. I do not have a Portland kit, though. That is a sad part. With that being said, waiting for this game to start. Fridays are GOAT. I agree. So Leon Real Salt Lake got moved to tonight. We got Tigres, Vancouver, Monterey, Portland, Columbus, Minnesota, Toluca, Kansas City, Chicago, America, Cincinnati, Nashville. I guess Kansas City starts when Leon starts. Let's see if I go 14-2 in the round of 32. That's not too bad, to be honest. Maybe 29 out of 32 would still be enough to win the bracket challenge second chance. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. How we doing? Both these teams are pretty good, yes. In the Eastern Conference and overall, yes. It's 2 good teams. Thoughts on Pez? eFootball, Pez, it sucks. It's the cheap game to be played. I'd rather play Football Manager. If I'm going to play something that isn't FIFA/EA Sports FC, it's going to be Football Manager. Like, I bought an old version of Pez before just to test it was before they got the UEFA Champions League license. I picked Cincinnati to win, but that don't mean I can't root for Nashville. Besides, my bracket's busted anyway, probably. Even if I go 29 out of 32 overall in the round of 30, the knockout stage. So, probably be good if I can go 29 out of 32 and just only miss the 2 that I missed. And then the fact that Pumas went through the round of 16, probably be good for me. But, I mean, at this point, I mean, I'm not a Nashville. I have a soft spot for Nashville, and I have their kit. But, yeah, Cincinnati should win. But it'd be nice to see Nashville go through. Besides, they also got Lucas McNaughton and Jacob Schaffelberg. So, why not? I mean, having a soft spot ain't too bad, to be honest. August 8th will be when these round of 16 games are played in the Central. So 4 days from now, 3 off, pretty much 2 off days, or 3 off days. That was a crazy game, yeah. I covered that last year. And Nashville won on penalties. They should have won outright, but they won on penalties at least. How we doing? But I do have a soft spot for Nashville, I guess. Let's put it like that. Watching Herrera say that MLS does not compete well with Liga MX thoughts. He's wrong. I mean, yeah, we're not. It's half and half between the good teams of both leagues, the big dogs, but the MLS is beating all the crap teams, or not the Grandes, or the Equipo Chico, MLS is beating Atlas. They'll beat Querétaro. They beat Pumas. Like, overall, in a complete situation is that MLS is competing well. They're beating the teams that aren't the Grandes of the Equipo Chico. And even then, half and half, I mean, they're still beating Tigres half the time. Portland should have beat Tigres. America might be the best, might be the most untouchable, but they could still be beaten. Monterrey, I think Portland can beat Monterrey if things go right. I feel like things will go right. Like, Tigres, Monterrey, and America are the only ones who are really half and half, though. Leon, we haven't seen them play RSL yet. I think they should win. Like, if it's not one of those 4 teams, I mean, right now, Atlas, the only reason they beat Toronto and New York is because both those teams suck. And they somehow found a way to win 1-0 both those games. So, that's fine. Go ahead. Exactly. Go ahead. I'm fine with updates. There's going to be updates for all the other games, too. That's how these things go. It's kind of like Soccer Saturday, It's like they give me updates about the other stuff, and I have this. I have the one I chose, and I get the updates for everything else. So, just fine. That's just fine. Fine, just fine. Fine, just fine. Fine, just fine. Would be really useful for Leon RSL, because I still have that page that I'm going to fill in, because it would be bad just to have one line filled in, because, hold on, let me. Here we go. Boom. So, yeah, updates are fine. Updates are always fine, especially in a tournament like this. Just like yesterday. I mean, there was a lot of updates yesterday, for all the other games. Atlas, Revs, Querétaro, Pumas, Philadelphia, DC, which I think by the time that happened, it was just, we were already on the shootout. The teams are walking out. Nashville walking out first. The away side wearing their yellow. Cincinnati wearing blue. I don't know why they're walking out separately. I don't get that. But okay. Imagine if Chicago found a way to beat America like Chicago showed up on their day. That would never happen, so I don't know why the hell you're questioning it. It'll never happen. Never. Hell will have frozen over if Chicago beats America tonight. Hell will have frozen over. And pigs would be flying. And the rapture would probably be happening too. So, I would, yeah, that's what that is. So, But again, if anybody has updates for all the other games happening at this hour, then starting at 7 or starting at 8, of course. Shoot. That's all I'm saying. And Forge 2, I guess. Because I think there's 3 games starting at 7. And I think there's a 7:30. No, 8 o'clock. So Sporting Kansas City, Toluca, and then Leon, Real Salt Lake start at 8. Then at 9, Monterey, Portland starts. Then 9:30 is Tigres, Vancouver. Then August 6th at 7 p.m. We have to check that. But Dallas, Miami, which we will be doing that on Sunday because, of course, why wouldn't we? Be stupid not to. Be stupid not to. Now, I will say this. If Miami makes the final, I'm not wearing the Miami kit for the final because I'm wearing the suit. I'm pulling out the suit for the final. I'll pull out the suit for the MLS Cup final. And, yeah, if I do the Club World Cup, I have to. Which, how we doing? Well, I'd have to pull out the suit for starting 11. In goal, Alec Khan. The back 3, Ian Murphy, Matt Miazga, Yerson Mosquera, Alvaro Barreal, Junior Moreno, Obino Nwobodo, Alvis Powell, Brandon Vasquez, Luciano Acosta, Aaron Bupensa for FC Cincinnati. Starting 11. For Nashville SC. In goal, Joe Willis, Daniel Lovitz, Lucas McNaughton, Walker Zimmerman, Josh Bauer, Shaq Moore, Sean Davis, Dax McCarty, Animal Godoy, Honey Mukhtar, Fafa Pico. For Nashville. No Schaffelberg, which is weird. No Schaffelberg on the bench. How we doing, Rory? Gary Smith, his 3rd season as Nashville manager against Pat Noonan in his 2nd season as Cincinnati manager. Yep. Cincinnati versus Nashville. Then Portland, Monterey. Pretty much right after. And Cincinnati kicks off wearing the blue. Nashville wearing their yellow. And we're off. One of these 2 pretty good Eastern Conference teams will move on to play America or Chicago in the round of 16. Because Chicago could still win if hell freezes over and pigs are flying and the rapture happens. But who knows, you know? Maybe. Goal for no one. Now that's not a good update. Don't do that. Only when goals happen in other games do you update, or red cards, or penalties, or you got my point. Don't do that. Kickoff, yes. Say it like kickoff. Goal for no one. Banger. I'm talking about this game. Free kick here. Hopefully Chicago could at least put up a fight before they go down. You're acting like this is Rocky versus Drago. No. This is Clubber versus Drago. And you know what happened to Clubber. Oh, Shaq Moore puts it over the bar. Calgary versus Hamilton didn't start yet. Okay. Clubber. Creed. Either way. You know what happened to Clubber and Creed. That's the point. Did you see Oscar Pereja go off in the press conference saying the cup is rigged for Messi or something like that? Yeah, I saw it. Matari 4, B1 FC 0, Caribbean Club Shield. Like, either of those teams are going to make the final and go to the Caribbean Cup. Then again, who knows? It's semi-pro teams. But I think Robin Hood and who's the Jamaican team in there? They got a better shot. Like, if it ain't Trinidad, Dominican, Jamaica, or Suriname, I don't think they got a shot. But that's just me. It's one group winner into the semifinals. The winner of the semifinals go to the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, and it's just seeding purposes, that final. And for the Club Shield, of course. 3rd minute. But if you're in the final, you're going to the Caribbean Cup. It just depends on which group. Winner goes in 1. Blocked away. Willis picks it up. He almost gave that away. Oof. 3rd minute. So, Chicago America should have kicked off by now. Chicago America should have kicked off by now, and Columbus, Minnesota should have kicked off by now. I will cover the 2026 World Cup qualifiers in CONCACAF. I will try to. It won't be a certain team, though. That's the thing. I'll pick games that I find appetizing, because Canada don't have to qualify. So I will try to do every round of qualifiers for 2026 in CONCACAF. Maybe I'll venture into CONMEBOL if nothing looks appetizing that day for CONCACAF, but you know what I mean. Nothing looks interesting. I may venture into CONMEBOL, and we'll see what happens. But Canada's automatically qualifying to the 2026 World Cup. That's the point. With Mexico and the USA. They don't have to go through qualifying. They may suck right now, but at least the good news is they're automatically qualifying to the World Cup. They don't have to go through qualifying. So that was the question. You should watch Italy lose to San Marino to miss the cup. I'd be depressed if that happens. That might be the worst of them all. And North Macedonia was bad. San Marino would be worse. Because what? That would be their first win in 5 years? Moruga 4, Solidarité 0, Caribbean Club Shield. 5th minute. I have beef with Sweden and North Macedonia. Me too. Well, their last win was in 2004. So, by the time that happens, that would be their first win in 21 years. Give or take. 21, right? 2020. Yeah, 21 or 21 and a half years. We can't let that happen. Free kick here for Nashville. I like South American qualifiers because at least those qualifiers is more competitive. You don't have minnows in South America. Because some people like to disrespect South America like Mbappe. Sixth minute. Plays in, header. We were ruined after a large amount of youngsters flew into the team. I mean, Cassidy, don't do that. I mean, yeah, most of the youngsters don't look that good. I watched the U20 final, but Cassidy, though, he's the truth. But if he's the only one, that's a problem. Header. Cesar Cassidy is the truth. And he's the only one. That's a problem. 7th minute. 0-0. Goal kick here for Khan. Again, if these are tied after 90, we go to penalties, which would not be good for my Portland stream. He played good, exactly. So hopefully this ends in regular time. It's going to be a squeeze to start the Portland stream if this goes full-on regular time. This goes to penalties, I may just have to flip it and watch both. Or forget it. But either way, 8th minute. Why does Portland have to start at 9 o'clock Central and then Monterey or Tigres have to start at 9:30? Why? Like, seriously. Why can't they both start at 9:30? What's the difference? SV Dakota 2, SWA Sharks 0. Dax McCarty playing forward. Nice play. Nashville is starting off pretty good early here. I mean, like Mancini, Zaniolo. True. Free kick for Nashville. America had a shot, but it was wide. Yeah, that won't take long to correct, as in game time-wise. Mukhtar is down in the 8th minute. Nashville's playing well early, I got to say. Think we may see an upset here? I don't know. If Cincy has barely any shot to beat America, I don't think Nashville will, too. They should only sub off Immobile if injured. Have you lost the plot? Are you drunk? Are you drunk? Have you lost the plot? Are you okay? Are you okay? Because I don't know if you are. Fair enough. Fair enough, but hopefully Italy can get their stuff together like they qualify, maybe get revenge on England. Well, technically they got revenge on us. What's revenge to revenge? There's no revenge to revenge. That's just petty. Headed away. There's no revenge to revenge. That's just petty. If you are the revenge-e, you cannot commit revenge on the revenger. You know what I'm saying? That's impossible. It's not a cycle. You know? True, he did. I'll give him that. He did. Listen, if you are the revengee, somebody screws you over and you got to get revenge, and then you do get revenge, and the revenger tries to revenge you back, there is nothing there. All right? Getting revenge on somebody, and then somebody comes back because they're salty, they try to get revenge on you for getting revenge on them. There's none of that. You're just a salty person. Because you deserve the revenge. Because if you get revenged on, you deserve the revenge. Corner here for Cincinnati. Barrial to take. Header cleared away. Point being, he's better than any other striker we have. Let's see how it goes. I mean, he scored, 11 goals for a relegated team? At least he made his keep. And we're probably just as bad. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Worth a shot. I'm fine with it. Probably more of a next year signing than this year, but if it gets us any points, I mean, hell. Cross in. Header. Cleared away. Nashville ain't playing that bad. My point being is if somebody does something bad enough to you to deserve revenge and they get revenged, well, yeah, true, they would win the Canadian. I don't even know if they'd win the Canadian Premier League at this point, to be honest. I don't know if they'd win the Canadian Premier League at this point. 10 goals, 34 appearances. That ain't bad. If they won, I'd be happy, but I don't even know if they'd win the Canadian Premier League at this point. So, find out. I have the same birthday as Io Akinola. Month, day, and year. How about that? How about that? Io's 2000, yeah. Yeah. 12th minute. They never would, but you're right. I don't like debating pro-rel because it will never happen in MLS. It's beating a dead horse. At this point, the pro-rel horse is glue by how much has been beaten. How much that pro-rel horse has been beaten in North America, it's glue. It is glue now. It's not even a horse anymore. That's how much it's been beaten. Nashville playing for it. Nashville ain't playing half bad. No spam, please. Yeah. Well, at least the USL's trying, but I'm saying MLS-wise, it's never going to happen. Like, the best you're going to get is what the USL is doing. And that's the best. MLS will never go pro-rel, even internally. That's the best chance, but even internally, in MLS 1 and 2, they would never do that either. I guarantee you. Nwobodo, Bupenza. This sort of reminds me of the Philly Cincinnati game. Does Canada have its own cola brand? I'm sure they have their own, store, like great value store brand type thing, but no Coca-Cola, Pepsi, they still have all that. Because I'm not watching a 5-0 drubbing. It's a waste of my time, and it doesn't get me as much views. Especially in the second half when it's already 3-0. So, I'm not watching Chicago look like utter crap. I think we all know. If there's an upset, yeah, I regret missing it, but there won't be an upset. And then by the time there is an upset, half of us will be in heaven because the rapture would have happened. Well, there's a difference. I watch it so you don't have to, but I have no reason to watch America Chicago. If it was Toronto Chicago or Toronto America, I'd watch it. But it's not Toronto. I have no connection to Chicago. I could choose what I want. That's the good thing about Toronto being eliminated. I could choose what I want. I'm choosing the best matches. At least the most appetizing. We all saw that coming. I didn't think 5-0 would happen. Maybe 3. I thought 5 was a little bit too much. We probably were going to lose. I mean, you're right. I thought they'd at least try at the Leagues Cup because it's a new tournament. I thought they'd at least turn a page. I mean, they had some good passages of play. If you're being realistic, you probably did, but I was being a little bit hopeful, as you know. So I thought 7-2. So pretty much what happened to Juarez. I would do a mile high. It's pretty much what happened to Juarez. Nashville free kick. So pretty much Juarez. Okay. Hani Mukhtar plays it in. This game sort of reminds me of the Cincinnati-Philly game last year in the playoffs, where Cincinnati will probably win in regular time, but it's a lot harder than you thought it would be. That's sort of what this game reminds me of. Nice. Am I the only one? Like, this sort of reminds me of Cincinnati-Philly last year. That game. Close enough. Does it matter if you lose 7-1 or 7-2? If you got 7 put past you, does it really matter? the same mentality, I should say, the same situation. They got Juarez. Nice. 16th minute, 0-0. Timbers getting destroyed 4-0 by Monterey. You're wrong. Book it right now. If you want to bet, I got a parlay for you right now. Both teams to score, Timbers to win. Over 2.5. I think that's what Herc said it was. Over 2.5. Timbers to win. Both teams to score. Minnesota scored. Back to the point. Your special Ramen Noodle Express bet of the night is both teams to score in the Timbers Monterey game. Both teams to score over 2.5. Timbers win. And you know what? Bertarame goal or assist. And Boley goal. Frank Boley goal or assist. And Herman Bertarame goal or assist. There's your 5-leg parlay from the Ramen Noodle Express. You could also go for Christian Paredes or Felipe Mora, but I think Boley will score. Hell, actually, you want a 6-leg parlay, I'll give you a Jimmy Chara assist too. There you go, your Ramen Noodle Express 6-leg parlay for Monterey versus Portland. Again, Portland to win. Both teams to score. Over 2.5. Frank Boley goal or assist. Herman Bertarame goal or assist. Jimmy Chara assist. Which I guess that would have to be goal or assist. But he'll get an assist. 6-leg parlay. I won't do it. Because I'm doing this. But there's your Ramen Noodle Express 6-leg parlay. Long one, 1-0 Columbus. Yeah, I'm not surprised. But trust me, 3-1 Portland, Felipe Mora, Christian Paredes, Frank Boley all score. Jimmy Chara gets an assist. And Bertarame will probably score the goal for Monterey. Probably. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Oh, yeah, by the way, you heard it here first. Heard it here first. Paper pop. There we go. Who's your favorite Italian player? All-time, Cannavaro. All-time, Fabio Cannavaro. Currently, it's not Insigne. I want him to go to Saudi. I guess currently, Bernadeschi. I want Insigne to go to Saudi. Right now, Bernadeschi. All-time, Cannavaro. I want Insigne to go to Saudi, to be honest. What are these delusional predictions? They're not delusional. You just wait. Just wait. You heard it here first. Portland wins 3-1 at Providence Park. Again, Frank Boley, Christian Paredes, and Felipe Mora scores. Jimmy Chara gets an assist, and Bertarame gets the consolation for Monterey. I wish. 21st minute. More like the Gold Cup 2025. I mean, they stood toe-to-toe to Tigres. They should have won. I think Portland can beat Monterey. And they're playing at home. So I have a feeling. I just have a funny feeling. That's all. I mean, when I picked Portland, when I picked the bracket, I picked a 2-1, maybe a win on penalties. But I have a funny feeling. I have a funny feeling that Portland's going to... I mean, I don't think 3-1's a beating to hell. I mean, you could score 3 goals against the run of play, and you don't deserve to win. You ain't heard of Jimmy Chara, buddy. We'll find out together, why won't we? We will find out together. Playing forward, Nashville. And Evander isn't either. What's your point? You're acting like Evander is so close to them. He's not. He's a good player. But he is not Neymar or Messi either. What's your point? 23rd minute. I believe in Portland. I believe in them. Don't forget Herman Berterame. I just said he will score tonight. I said he'll score tonight. I didn't say he'd win the game, but he'd score tonight. Did you not listen to the Ramen Noodle Express? Khan picks it up. That's out for a goal kick. 23rd minute. Seriously, Nashville is sort of... Nashville's definitely playing tough here. This game's going to be a lot closer than you want it to be. But that's sort of what Nashville does, to be honest. Sort of what they do. .24th minute. Nil-nil. Jesus Gallardo. Mosquera will pocket him. Mosquera will pocket him. Kevin Alvarez with a yellow. .25th minute. Free kick here. Cincinnati to play it back. Cincinnati just are both Ohio teams going home tonight. I would say no. But even if Columbus did, I don't think Cincinnati is. But this game is pretty tough. Headed away. This reminds me of Cincinnati versus Philadelphia last year in the playoffs. Except Cincinnati is getting what Philly got to them last year. Cincy made it hard for Philly. They made it really hard for Philly at home. Well, when they played Philly in Philly. At home for Philly, of course. They made it pretty hard. Nashville's doing the same here. What about Rogelio Funes Mori? He's a tronco. He's sort of becoming national team Funes Mori now for Monterrey. He still has his moments, but he's still a tronco. I think he's just becoming a full-on tronco. But that might just be age. At this point, I would probably take Frank Boli over Funes Mori if I had to choose a combined 11. This ain't 2021 or 2019 or anything of the sort. I'm more afraid of Bertarame now, to be honest. Fair enough. They did sub for Jordi Cortizo through the second half. True. Maximiliano Mesa is in form. No one's stopping him today. I'll give you that one. That may be possible. That may be likely. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Fair enough. I'll concede to that one. I'll concede to that one. Cincinnati. I'll concede. 28th minute, 0-0. Cincinnati playing forward. Bupenza, shot, Acosta, over the bar. That could have been the one, Luciano Acosta. That could have been the one. Not enough, but it could have been the one. Boom, over the bar. Water break. Over the bar. There we go. 28th minute, 0-0. Nashville's playing tough. So far, Chicago Club America game's kind of boring. It's like America's just holding on to possession, and Chicago's just kaput. Chicago did have a few moments. And this is why I picked Nashville Cincinnati. Chicago, America's playing with their food, which there was only one of two ways this could go when it comes to America Chicago. They would have won 5-0, or they were going to play with their food and win like 2-0. Honestly, either of those matches sound like crap to cover. So, greetings from Turkey. Hello to Turkey. So, salutations to Turkey. Nashville's doing good. They are. I agree. They're doing good. Again, as I said, this game reminds me of Cincinnati-Philly last year in the playoffs. That's what this reminds me of. Philly ended up winning. They were the better team, but it was a very tough game. It was a very, very tough game to play. For Philly to play. Opinions on Fenerbahce. I mean, they're a good club. They're a good club in Turkey. I prefer Besiktas, to be honest. I prefer Besiktas. I mean, because of Atiba Hutchinson, and that time Kyle Larin was there. I prefer Besiktas, but Fenerbahce is a good club. Fenerbahce is a good club. They got some great players. They've grown some great players over the time. I have respect for them. So, but I have respect for Fenerbahce. So, they've grown some good players. They have a good club. But there's been more Canadians on Besiktas and then Galatasaray, to be honest, than Fenerbahce. So, I mean, most of my watching the Turkish league is watching Canadians that play there. So, pretty much. Or, I guess, CONCACAF players in general, but mostly Canadians. So. But I have respect for Fenerbahce. McCarty. Dax McCarty. Cross. Blocked away. Shaq Moore. Cross. Cleared. Nashville might. I don't need this to go to penalties. Shot saved by Khan. That's out for a corner. Nashville. They're knocking at the door. They're knocking at the door there. Nashville might just upset Cincinnati. The longer this goes, I may have to log in on the computer once I flip over. I may have to watch the shootout. As if this goes to a shootout, I'll flip to the Portland game, but I might just have to watch the shootout too. Wouldn't shock me. 33rd minute. Cross in. Header cleared. It's crazy. Free kick for Nashville. Watch Schaffelberg score. He's not even on the bench. That's the problem. He's not even on the bench. It's either got to be yellow card accumulation or he's hurt. Or they wouldn't just choose to leave him out of the squad. Right? They wouldn't do that. Somebody go find what happened to Jacob Schaffelberg. For me. No, not exactly. What do you mean, not exactly? They just left him out. Header cleared. He's got a European move, maybe? I mean, he could still go to Europe. The European window's still open. And, I mean, he could be surplus to requirements. Another corner. I mean, that could be possible. I'd be happy for him. I wonder where he would go. Wrexham's a bit too low. That'd be nice. I would buy a Wrexham Schaffelberg kit if he went there. Then again, he's young enough to where he could build from there. He would probably boss league too. He probably would. If that happened. Not a great corner. Yeah, that wasn't good. But seriously, if Schaffelberg went to Wrexham, I already want a Wrexham jersey. If he went, all bets are off. As soon as I know his squad number, there you go. 35th minute. I think Jacob Schaffelberg should try the Premier League. Let's go. Send him to Luton Town. Jacob Schaffelberg to Luton Town. Here we go. Or Burnley. Actually, Burnley. I know, I can't believe I'm saying that, but Vincent Kompany's Burnley? Now that's something. Fortunately, Jacob's still Nashville. I'm trying to figure out why he was not even on the team. America's all over Chicago. It could be disciplinary reasons. That doesn't make no sense. That doesn't connect really, though. Acosta plays it wide. Barreal over the top. Acosta. That goes out for a corner. Little cheeky play. America are all over Chicago. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that, though. I'm not surprised about that. That does not surprise me one bit. They're all over Chi-Town. Of course they are. 36th minute. America scores. There we go. Cross in. 1-0 America. Barreal. Off Fafa Pico. America scores. Club America scores against Chicago 1-0. There it is. It's going to get worse from here, Chicago fans. I know you're not here. It's called offside. Oh, come on! Why can't we? They're not going to win anyway. Why are we going to call it the way it is? Chicago ain't winning anyway. That's out for a goal kick. Come on, can we just let this, just let it stand? Stop giving them hope. I get this tournament's biased towards MLS, but even then, you got to know to cut the dead wood. "37th minute. But you wouldn't be saying the same thing about Toronto. Yeah, I wouldn't be. I'm a hypocrite, I know. I know. If Toronto got an offside call against a really good Mexican team that kept them alive for like 5 minutes, yeah, I'd be a hypocrite too. I know. Don't come at me with that. "38th minute. Nwobodo plays forward. Alvis Powell. And nobody was there. Passes in. Bupenza loses the ball. Nwobodo tries to get it back. Doesn't get it. Like a good neighbor, ProRefs is there. Nope. I can't curse one out. If they popped out, I would have cursed one out. But, no. That doesn't work. Okay. No, no one popped up. What, do I got to dress like the cone heads to make them pop up? Corner for Cincinnati. The 40th minute. Now you remember there was Coneheads State Farm commercials. I wonder if Coneheads is on any streaming service. I like that. I like that movie. / SNL skit. Header. Junior Moreno chips it over. That's out for a goal kick. America just got CONCACAF'd. First time. The goal was scored by Julian Quinones. That could have been 2 goals. Well, there you go. MLS is disgusting thieves. So many calls against Liga and Mekki's teams. Yeah, especially for Chicago. I mean, Chicago ain't winning. Why are we acting like they do or will? Don't do it. They won't. "41st minute. 0-0. Cincinnati is trying to find a winner. Well, not a winner, but a goal against Nashville. That could end up being a winner. Kansas City, Toluca, Leon RSL will kick off very soon. "42nd minute. Corner here for Nashville. Nashville ain't playing too bad, though, I gotta say. Playing pretty good. Cross in. Header. Oh, Khan makes the save. Big save, Alec Khan. There we go. Why are they not playing Celentano? What is going on? Why are they not playing Celentano? They're not. It's the third game. Cincinnati is so sure they're going to win the Supporters' Shield that they don't need to play Celentano. Is that what it is? He can't. He's not hurt, right? It's like, hey, you know what? We're going to win the Supporters' Shield. We don't need to play Celentano. We'll still go to CONCACAF Champions Cup. You still got 10 games left. You could still bottle it. Don't do that. What about MLS Cup, though? Who knows? Columbus equalizes. Let's go. For my bracket, of course. 43rd minute. At least they'll go to a shootout. So many shootouts. So many shootouts. It's like so many shootouts in this tournament. It's like a Western movie. Not surprised. What was it? Guessing Cucho, I would bet. I don't think Diego Rossi is there yet. Cross in. Trying to figure this out. Hold on. Transmitir el partido. Strike de copyright. Wow, Maltia Munson scored. Oh, good for him. Columbus found a way. .45th minute. 0-0. Bupenza loses the ball. Cincinnati's really having a tough time of this. The check-in keeper, Khan, catches it. Ooh. Minnesota's a really good away team this season. Yeah, they are. They're better away than they are at home. At least the last time I saw them. Last time I saw their record, they're better away than they are at home. When Toronto played them. When Toronto played them, they said Minnesota's better on the road than at home. But that was like 2 months ago. Would it be nice if Toronto FC got Kevin Alvarez? It'd be nice, but we would never get him. But, he'd be a good Richie Larejo replacement. But, too expensive, right? Bill Manning is shyster punk. 2 minutes of stoppage time. 1.5 minutes to go. Los sentimos debido a los derechos de autor. No podemos mostrarlo en la transmisión. There we go. Yeah. Yes. Shot. Save. I couldn't quickly translate it. Thank you, BKL. .46 minute. .46 minute. Cucho got the assist, wasn't completely off. Huh, well, interesting. Acosta plays forward. Vasquez trying to get the ball from Lucas McNaughton. 46th minute. 47 should be when the halftime whistle blows. Nashville still in this one. Playing forward. Headed away. Lovitz with a throw-in. Should be halftime. 47th minute. Lovitz takes the throw. Halftime. Halftime 0-0 between Cincinnati and Nashville. Tight game. Nashville's actually playing pretty well. I'd say it's half and half. Nashville might be slightly better. Also, it's halftime in America, Chicago, and Columbus, Minnesota. Halftime around all three of those matches. Of course, very soon, Leon, RSL, and Sporting KC Toluca will start very soon. Then we'll be live when Portland starts, and of course, when those two games end. And of course, when Vancouver Tigres starts. Forge of Calvary's not even begun. Is it 8 o'clock Central, I think? Is that when it starts? With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. We'll move on. Another 45 minutes, and if I have to watch the shootout over there, we'll figure it out. Sit tight, we'll be back. 0-0 at the half. We're back from the stats at the half. I don't know. So it's only on Apple, and they're very hard to have a third-party stream for. So I can't tell you. I have no idea. Absolutely zero. I haven't had to figure it out either. So I tried to, but. With that being said, stats at the half, 60% possession to 40% possession, 5 shots to 4, 214 accurate passes to 134, 87% to 85%, 7 fouls to 8, 1 offside to 1, 5 corners to 3, 5 total shots to 4, 0 shots on goal to 2, 246 passes to 157, 87% pass accuracy to 85, 6 throws to 6, 0 yellow cards, 0 red cards, 0 0-0 at the half between Cincinnati and Nashville. I'd say it's half and half. I'd say both teams have had their moments. I think Nashville, to the naked eye, have slightly been better. I think Nashville has slightly been better. If you're going by naked eye and just what you think from what you see, yeah, I think Nashville's better right now, slightly. Cincinnati, this sort of reminds me, and I've said this multiple times throughout the stream, this sort of reminds me of Cincinnati versus Philly last year in the playoffs, in the conference quarters. That's what this game reminds me of, except in this case, Cincinnati is Philly and Nashville is Cincy, in that situation. That's what this reminds me of. Nashville's making this game very hard to play, like Cincy made the Philly game hard to play, and Cincy arguably could have won. They had a couple of chances until Philly got the late 80th minute, I think it was around the 80th minute, goal to win that match. Same could go for Cincinnati here. They're on the other side of the stick, pretty much. Very interesting is what I'm saying. I think the second half will be better. I think Pat Noonan will make some halftime adjustments. I don't think this will go to penalties. I don't. It could. I don't think so. This is how Sepulveda scored last night. Oh! Damn good goal. What if Club America was in MLS? They would win every year, probably. Especially with the squad they have now. So, again, I think it's a pretty much half and half game. I'm very interested to see how the second half goes. I think Pat Noonan will make some good halftime adjustments, and then this game will definitely turn Cincinnati's way. But Nashville's played well. Kalina still owned the hell out of Cruz Azul last night. It's a crazy shootout. So tonight, we're already 0-0 between Chicago, Club America, 1-1 between Columbus, Minnesota, 0-0 between Cincinnati and Nashville. Toluca, Kansas City, Club Leon, Real Salt Lake about to start. CF Monterrey versus Portland. I'll be covering that. That'll start at 9. And then Tigres, Vancouver starts at 9:30 Central. So that'll end a little bit after Timbers, Monterrey. So as I'm recording, I guess I can keep that up. But with that being said, we got a packed Friday before an off day tomorrow. I will have the predictions and recap up. Don't worry. But other than that, I'll be watching SummerSlam. You know where to find me. By myself. I won't be live for it, but you know where to find me. And then Sunday we'll be back with Miami, Dallas in the round of 16. Because why wouldn't we? Again, come on now. Messi's Messi. It'd be stupid not to talk about that game. And it's in Dallas, too. Ricochet will start off the show. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ricochet Logan Paul might actually be a good match, though. I'm not going to lie. Might actually be a good match. Speaking of. All right. But we're waiting for the second half to start. Should be very soon. Yeah, I remember when Shawn Michaels was disrespecting the Canadian flag. Messi's first away game. Hopefully he wins the away game. He probably will. I don't think he wouldn't. I don't think he'd lose. Let's put it like that. Looks like North is probably more the problem. Okay. Just looking at the weather. Leonora SL started. Yep. And Toluca SKC probably started by now. Let's look at how this looks. Should be. I think that's new. Okay. There we go. Yep, second half's about to start in a minute 10. And we'll be on our way. And if I have to watch the shootout, I'll watch the shootout. If there is a shootout. I don't think there will be. In this game, I should say. If there's not a shootout in this game, I'll move straight on to Portland versus Monterey. Second half, here we go. Cincinnati versus Nashville second half. Straight to penalties after 90 if need be. Nashville to kick off the second half. And we're off. And we're off. Here we go. 45th minute, 0-0. Headed on. Can Cincinnati make some halftime adjustments and push on? Or will this be a tough game? Plays on Moreno. Over the top. That's out. Is Schaffenberg playing? He's not even on the bench tonight. I have no idea why he's not on the bench, but he's not on the bench at all. He's not in the team at all. I have no idea why that's the case. Might as well look. Let's see. Playing forward, Nashville with a throw in. Playing forward. Should be here, I think. They still do Royal Rumble matches. Yeah, they still do Royal Rumble matches in January, and there will be a SummerSlam Battle Royal too. So, which is just a Battle Royal, but still. They're adding a Royal Rumble to SummerSlam, or a Battle Royal to SummerSlam. Huh. Hopefully LA Knight wins. Nashville plays forward. "47th minute. McNaughton plays forward to Moore. Bauer to play forward. No subs at the half. 48th minute. Plays forward. Cincinnati looking for a goal shot past the post by Bupenza in the 49th minute. Well, there we go. Bupenza puts it wide. Diego Valeri's there. Time for Spanish commentary on Apple. Let's go. Nice. Love to hear it. Cool. Interview with Gio. That's nice. 50th minute. Barrial. Pretty good moment, I agree. 50th minute. If a penalty shootout happens in this game, it'll be covered on the Portland stream. Leon scored against RSL, as I figured. Cleared away by Bauer. That's pretty early. Game just started. That's about 10 minutes. 1-0, Leon. Figured that would happen. The winner of this game will play Chicago or Club America in the round of 16, which I don't think Cincinnati really has a shot. I don't think Nashville has much of a shot either to beat a Medicuff. It's a Medicuff. It's Chicago. Yeah, they're going through. Either of them. Free kick for Cincinnati. Ivan Moreno scores for Leon. Well, there you go. There you go. So Ivan Moreno. Might as well bring that up too. You're right. Seventh minute, Ivan Moreno. 1-0. Boom. Might as well ride him in. Seventh minute, 1-0. RSL not want to be down to Leon. Just ask LAFC. They couldn't break them down. Well, they're down now. 52nd minute. 0-0 between Cincinnati and Nashville. Looks like LAFC Leon. Looks like the rematch is going to happen. Not surprised. I could have told you as much. 52nd minute. I could have told you as much. Cross in. Shot. Oh! Goal kick for Khan. Where's this game being played on? What channel? It's Cincinnati, Nashville. Played in Cincinnati. It's on Apple TV, MLS Season Pass. There's no third-party stream that you can find. I guarantee you that. Club 11 looks at my stories. That's nice. I think I've heard of them before. Imagine if Leon wins the same way against LAFC. I think they will, personally. Juan Mata, Man United's former player, have a 3-year contract with Nashville, an experiment and good midfielder in the team. That would be a good move for Nashville. I need to look into that. I have not heard that rumor at all. I need to look into that. But that would be a good move. Transfer window's shut, though. So, maybe next year. That's maybe a next year move. Transfer window's shut. Unless they had papers signed and they just had to finally announce it, which same thing happened with the player Toronto just got. Wonder if Caden Clark, same thing there, but 54th minute. Barrial, cross, shot, past the post. Past the post by Brandon Vasquez. Wide, Brandon Vasquez. Wide. He went wide. That is not a Brandon Vasquez type play. Or if it is, it was his Atlanta South. Oh. That's sad. I know that teams could still sign free agents. I think they could still do that till the roster freeze date. And they could sign free agents. That's probably why Toronto signed the guy they signed, and that's why Nashville's okay. Yeah, there we go. I think free agents are still fair game until the actual European window closes, or the roster freeze date, I should say, which is like 2 or 3 weeks from now. It's a Nashville SC shirt. What are you talking about? I've never even heard of them. The arriving of Leo Messi opens a lot of doors for promotion of MLS. Many free agent players are in discussions. There we go. I guess it is the free agent thing. Yeah. That would be a great move for Nashville. I mean, they got Surridge. They got Schaffelberg. They got Mukhtar, Mata. They're trying to actually push this forward. Columbus 2-1, Minnesota. Matan scores. There we go. Oh, well. That sucks. I actually like that. I really do. I like that. Juan Mata, Honey Mukhtar, Jacob Schaffelberg, Sam Surridge. That's a pretty good front four players, that attacking players. That's pretty good. I like it. 2-1 Columbus. That's cool. Yep. Sergio Ramos is loading to Miami, I heard. Minnesota equalizer. What? What is going on? Barreal doesn't get there. Minnesota equalize. It's one of those, I've never heard of them. No. '56th minute. Minnesota right away. What the hell is going on? Minnesota has tied the game back up. Still says 2-1 on FOTMob. Nope, there it is. Long one scores a second. Why is this band so good? Still 1-0 between Leon and RSL. There it was. Man, that man Long one is so good. It's crazy. Acosta plays forward. I see. He's on fire. Yeah, he's on fire. Long one. Like, I'm not saying he's going to have a low-key MVP challenge, but, I mean, possible. It's funny how they grouped all the strong Liga MX teams on one side of the bracket. I mean, I'm just saying. America, Chicago's still tied. I can't believe it. 58th minute. Columbus is having one of those matches. They finally, that's a free kick for Cincinnati. Yep, Nwobodo brought down by Lucas McNaughton. It's funny because if you think about it, Leon is solid. They are. It's funny because, as I said, Columbus is sometimes good, sometimes crap. I guess they were bound to have a match like this after beating two really good teams, you know? Of course, this was bound to happen, which, weird. They could still win. I'm not saying they won't, but a penalty shootout against Minnesota after beating St. Louis in a Medicup pretty dominantly, yeah, that sounds about right for this year's Columbus side. Ooh, boy. But De Gea, he got released, didn't he? All free agents, Juan Mata, Ander Herrera, and David De Gea. But Joe Willis isn't that bad. Actually, if I'm Nashville, I'd rather play Joe Willis, to be honest. David De Gea, okay. That's where you lost me. I mean, Ander Herrera could probably do good in MLS. David De Gea, though, he's been washed since 2018. Joe Willis arguably is still better. Arguably. I'd be a very happy man. I would be a very happy man. Jimmy's on the bench. Ooh. Well, there we go then. Might be Santi Moreno starts though. Okay. That may be a good way to play it. Acosta plays it. It gets put past the post. That will be a corner. 60th minute, past the hour mark. 0-0. 3 ties in the Central from the 7 p.m. matches so far. The only goals have been scored by Columbus and Minnesota. Boley is starting, I figured. I figured as much. Moreno crosses in. Not enough. Goal kick for Willis, 61st minute. Moore. Bad giveaway, Moreno, Bupenza. Bupenza loses it, but it's still with Cincinnati. Acosta. Luciano Acosta. Sporting KC any good? They're actually okay. They're pretty okay this year. I wouldn't say, I guess good would be the word. They're better than okay, but still. Bupenza loses the ball. I guess maybe he did. What if Leon was in the Central American Cup? They would win it. They would. They would win it. 62nd minute. Barrial. '62nd minute, cross in, headed away. Out for a Cincinnati throw. Who has a better chance of winning, Chicago or Sporting KC? Well, against each other, Sporting KC. But Sporting KC would play the winner of Toluca or Columbus and Minnesota. Chicago would play the winner of Cincinnati, Nashville if they somehow beat America. I don't even think they could win on penalties. Can't believe America's tying Chicago. Me either. Me either. Now, if that goes to penalties, I think that's on FS1. Yeah, I could probably put that on the. Well, you're right, but that was Puebla. I mean, 63rd minute. Shaq Moore playing forward. Shot. Oh, what a save by Khan. He got right there. Cincinnati are still, as of now, unbeaten at TQL Stadium this season, but it's become less of a fortress over the past couple of games. Well, not the Chivas game, but definitely the Kansas City game. They still won on penalties, though. And here. '64th minute. Nashville score. Corner by Mukhtar. 64th minute. Cross in. Header. Goal. Dax McCarty. And it's tapped in. It's tapped in. Looks like it was Anibal Godoy tapping it in. It's 1-0 Nashville. They've been working for that. I can't say they haven't. They've been working for that. They deserve it, to be honest. Nashville could upset Cincy. Oh, boy. Cross in by Mukhtar. The header by Dax. Tapped in by Godoy after the rebound. Alec Khan could do nothing about it. Better chance of winning today. Chicago beating America or Sporting KC beating Toluca. Sporting KC. Sporting KC. What a shot. And it's put away by Godoy. 1-0 in the 66th minute. Or 65th minute, I should say. 65th minute. 1-0. And Cincinnati's in trouble. They are in trouble. They've sort of been a bit too careful tonight. And it bit them in the behind. Let's see if Cincinnati can wake up. Goal for America. There we go. So right now it'll be America Nashville, which America would win, but ain't that something? They want Messi to win. Well, I mean, if you want Messi to win, I mean, most likely would play America, and he ain't beating America. But they scored anyway, so there you go. Goal for America. Yep. Plays on. America should be winning 3-0. True. Ivacic, Mosquera, McGraw, Zuparich, Bravo, Chara, Paredes, Esprilla, Moreno, Laria, Boley. That's not bad. It was own goal. They still scored, though. So Canales probably wouldn't be able to play today. Probably. 67th minute. Over the top. Right now, Nashville leading. Nashville might be the first team to beat Cincinnati in TQL Stadium this season. How we doing, Hans? They might just be. Six red cards in the last 8 matches for Nashville. Guess part of it was that damn Boyko match. Messi's not beating America or Monterrey. Well, Monterrey's losing to Portland tonight, so that's one problem gone. Free kick for Nashville. Plays forward, Nashville, 69th minute. Long ball taken. Headed forward by Walker Zimmerman. That's out for a corner. Nashville deserves having this lead. I will say that much. Cross in. Header. A lot of people probably had Cincinnati, so. Playing forward. Barreal. Bupenza loses the ball. No foul. Acosta plays up. Vasquez. Be right. Vasquez played it straight to the keeper in the 70th minute. Even allowing a goal, Cincy definitely is over their heads. So Yuya Kubo and Halsey coming on. Yuya Kubo for Junior Moreno and Alvis Powell for Halsey. Andrada, Guzman, Moreno, Gallardo, Medina, Govea, Romo, Meza, Rojas, Cortizo, Bergerame. No Funes Mori. I told you he's washed. 71st minute. Cross in. Plays forward. Bupenza pushed off the ball. Walker Zimmerman gets there. 1-0 Cincinnati. Or 1-0 Nashville. Cincinnati is down 1-0. My bad. Cincinnati is not taking the Leagues Cup totally seriously, I gotta say. I figured as much. Acosta loses it. McNaughton. 73rd minute. Nwobodo. Acosta. Still Luciano Acosta. Bupenza chips. Acosta. Right. 2. Willis. Toluca goal. How we doing? They must be. They must be, but they're finally going to lose at home. Toluca has a 1-0 lead against Kansas City. Yeah, my bracket is getting busted. One 0 Toluca. 1-0. Did you predict the Reggae Girls to get out of the group stage? No. I'm happy they did, but I did not predict them to get out of the group stage. I thought it would be France. I thought it would be France and Brazil. Valencia scores against SKC. Like France and Brazil, I mean, that was the obvious choice. I didn't know how fraudulent France was, but they still got through just enough. Brazil, though, I never thought that Jamaica would get over Brazil. I never thought. Cross in. I could root for people to be realistic that they ain't going to do anything. Or it's against the possibilities. Bupenza plays on to Kubo. Kubo. Cross in. And right to Willis. Cincinnati. They put on some chances. But it's getting very, very late. Getting late. Toluca score a second. Well, there's another one for me. Another one gone. Yeah, there's no way Kansas City comes back from that. McNaughton is down. Pedro Raul. Ambris is on one. Water break, 76th minute. So that's, 5-2 at best tonight? Well, that's true. Probably 4-3. Leon, yes. Who do you think goes through, Colombia or Jamaica? Colombia. I mean, I want Jamaica to win again, but I just don't see them beating Colombia. I just don't. And that's what it is. If they do, happy for them. I'm happy they do, but I disrespected Toluca. I'll say I disrespected him. I'll say I disrespected Toluca, that's for sure. Taonunga and Jack Maher coming on here for Nashville. I can't believe they're winning. I'm happy they are, but I can't believe they're winning. I think Japan batters Norway this morning. It is what it is. That's facts. Sean Davis for Taonunga and Lucas McNaughton for Jack Maher. 77th minute. What if TFC faces America? Right now, they would get killed. '77th minute. '78th minute. Looks like Nashville going to get it done. Are both the high teams about to go out? I mean, they could. I mean, Minnesota can win on penalties. And, well, Cincinnati really don't care right now. Like, they're doing just enough to try. But Nashville is actually playing with the intent to win. Cincinnati's playing with the intent to just play it out. I see a lot more want out of Nashville the whole game. They deserve to win. The way they played, they deserve to win. Cincinnati doesn't deserve to win this match. If they do, well, if they get to penalties and do, that is what it is. But cross in. Bupenza puts it over the bar. This Bupenza guy seems like a fraud, too. I'm not going to lie. Bad part is Bupenza is going to be their starting striker next year because Brandon Vasquez is out that damn door at the end of the year. This Bupenza dude's a fraud. He's harmed them more than helped. Angulo coming on for the aforementioned Bupenza. He's harmed Cincinnati more than helped, I can tell you that much so far tonight. Angulo for Bupenza. Is it going to be enough to give Angulo 10 minutes? He can't be worse. He can't be worse. If this goes to penalties, the penalty shootout will be covered during the Portland stream. If this doesn't, well, we go straight to Portland. It is what it is. After like a 2-minute break. Barreal. 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Yeah, that would be an ugly beating right now. Robin Hood 2-1 over O&M in the Club Shield. Yep, Kubo. Plays it wide for Halsey. Angulo plays it back. It ain't time to play it back, boys. Play it forward. Mosquera. Plays forward. Angulo. Barreal! save by Willis. Barreal. Nwobodo plays forward. 82nd minute. Cross. That's out for a corner. Corner for Cincy. They need 1 goal to send this to a shootout. If they could somehow score 2, they would win outright. Which I think, get the first one first. They get one here, that may happen. It could. They don't. They got to keep going for 1. But interesting. '82nd minute. Corner taken. Here it is. Plays down and headed away. Nashville. Trying. Cross. Punched away. Acosta. Penalty! Penalty! Penalty for Cincinnati! Penalty! Penalty! Wow! They want Cincinnati to be in this as long as they can, don't they? This is probably just as BS as the Kansas City one. I need to see this. Punched away. What is the foul here? Now, this is BS. What is the foul here? Jack Meyer pushed him. That's a soft foul. That's a soft foul. I don't care. He pushed Vasquez. Like maybe a tip. I think momentum was taking him over anyway. CONCACAF back at it again. I need to see this closer. Jack Meyer, you can't really see it. I mean, I think that's soft. I legitimately think that's soft. I think momentum was taking him over anyway. I mean, any little tap would take him over. Brandon Vasquez is going to take the penalty. If he scores, we may go to a penalty shootout. Or if Cincinnati gets one late, just ends it then. Vasquez. Brandon Vasquez. 84th minute to equalize. Brandon Vasquez takes the penalty. Sends Willis the other way. It's a goal. Goal, Cincinnati. They are still alive. 1-1. As of now, we'll go to a shootout. It was pretty soft. I agree. Soft. SAWFT. Soft. SAWFT. Soft. Moreno. Still for Leon is the only goal. It's still 1-0. 2-2. 1-1. America winning. Toluca 2-0. Yeah, that ain't changing. Everything else, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 7. Maybe 5 out of... Who knows? Maybe Kansas City will bring it back. 3-2 Columbus. There we go. Cincinnati playing for Brandon Vasquez. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. 85th minute. What's that? It's just a regular, really. Okay, 5 goals in Leagues Cup for Brandon Vasquez. Had the hat trick. Had one tonight. Guess he had one against Kansas City. I think he did have one against Kansas City as well. Acosta. Barreal. Barreal. Cross. Acosta. Nobody there. Hani Mukhtar. Trying to get on all alone. No foul. Khan plays forward. Columbus has the lead. Leon winning. Kansas City losing. Cincinnati. Columbus winning. Cincinnati drawing. America winning. They probably would. CONCACAF and Libertadores would get cooked. You're right. They would have to fear for their lives for the team they screw over. They would have to feel fear for their lives. I agree. But they're playing with their food. They got screwed over too, but I don't think it should have been offside, but whatever. Maybe by the letter of the law it should, but why are we giving Chicago any hope? We know they don't handle hope well in Chicago. 87th minute. Over the top. Brought down. Acosta didn't even run at that ball. That's crazy. That's out for a throw. 86th minute or 87th minute. Moore. Obina Nwobodo trying to get the ball back. Anunga. Foul. Free kick for Nashville. 87th minute. This game will go completely haywire. I feel like this one's about to go haywire. I don't know. I may pick Toluca over Columbus with how today's going for the round of 16. Either way, on one of my brackets, I'll be right. Kansas City's either in the quarterfinal or Toluca's in the quarterfinal. Because the way Columbus is playing, they'll probably play another game. They'll probably play another good game. Halftime 0-0. You know what? I'll stick with Columbus. They'll probably play another good game. I think they play down to their competition. I think Columbus plays down to their competition this year. That's sort of my hypothesis. If their competition is great, they're going to play great. If they play a crap team, they're going to play like crap. Tristan Henry saving us. Yeah, that sounds about right. Shot over the bar, which means he's going to have one big howler either in the rest of this game or the next game. That sounds about what happens normally. 89th minute. Yeah, they'll probably play up to Toluca's level, and they'll win pretty easily. Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'll stick with it. Haglund coming on for Murphy. Former Toronto Matt Haglund coming on for Murphy. 89th minute. I wonder if he'll take a penalty. That's the plan. He's trying to get a header. I don't know. 89th minute. 1 minute of regular time left in this game. Stoppage time next. Let's go Cincinnati. I picked them to win. I think they should win, or they should have won before the game. I think Nashville deserves better now. That's a free kick. 1-1 plus one more goal. Right now, I don't know. It's either going to penalties or one more goal. Either way. Leon 1-0 at the half. Sounds about right to me. I will cover the shootout of this game on the Portland stream. I will flip to the Portland stream and a change of clothes, and I will change a shirt, and I will do the shootout on the Portland stream. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Plays forward. And I guess I would have to watch Portland on FS1 then, because now I'll probably turn it on there on Apple, probably. Acosta, after this is over. Acosta, cross in, right to Willis, with 2.5 minutes to go before a shootout. If Cincinnati scores late, yeah, it's over, if it holds. If they don't, shootout, 1-1. 91st So even after the final whistle's blown here, this stream will end in regular time. If you're here for this and there's a shootout, move over to the next stream, the Portland-Monterey stream. If it ends, if Cincinnati gets a late goal to win this, well, there you go. How close is the next goal? I think we're going to a shootout, to be honest. Cross in. Nwobodo clears. Halfway through stoppage time. Acosta. Oh! This could be it. Acosta. Vasquez loses the ball, but it gets back to Nwobodo. But that means Nashville could get back into their shell. Cross over the top. Acosta. Barreal. Acosta. Chips it. Headed away. Godoy gets to clear. 1 minute to go. Mosquera, Barreal. Final minute. Angulo plays it right off a player back to Nwobodo. Nwobodo to Angulo. Nwobodo. Angulo. Barreal. 30 seconds. Kubo. Cross. Headed away. Final 30. Minnesota equalizes. Oh, my God. Seriously. Angulo. Cross. Kubo. 10 seconds. Throw in. Seven minutes for America. Elliott is coming on for Willis. Elliott for Willis. I guess they don't trust Willis in penalty shootouts. Let's see if it pays off. Hassani Dotson scored the equalizer for Minnesota, 3-3. See, Columbus plays down their opponents. They're going to play amazingly if they win the shootout. Trust me. Toluca wins if it's Minnesota. Full time. It is 1-1. We're going to a shootout. Sit tight, y'all. We will be back. Sit tight. It's 1-1. We're going to a shootout, but I have to switch this to Portland-Monterey. So with that being said, if you like the stream, like and share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification once subscribed, send super chats on live streams, comment on this video, put us in playlist, share us friends and family, all that great stuff. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. 7+, playing 3-3. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Jump over to the Portland stream if you want the shootout. I got to get this going. Sit tight. I'll be back. Peace.